A lot of people remember like the podiums in sport class, or the year that I won Duluth. I think it was the start of the 2020 season came out. No one had money on me to win. Like, I had 2 days of practice under my belt that year. So to like come out and win the opener, I think shocked a lot of people, which was cool. Like for me, like I never thought I would accomplish that. So like anything now is icing on the cake. Last several years, it's just been my mechanic Jared and I go into most of these races. He hauls the trailer, works on the sled during the week. If he's busy, I've got to put in the hours going through it, you know, just to keep things maintained. Otherwise, it's going to break. Whereas, like, I think the competition, from my standpoint, they get to show up and just focus on riding the sled. If they have a bad race or they break something, they come back in, they go to their lounge, they rest, all that, and they just focus on the next race. If we break something really bad, I know that I've got to take my gloves off and pick up a wrench and start helping Jared get the thing back together. We had a lot of those cases last year. I think it was Sioux Falls. I broke a shock, both A-arms and stuff, came back in. We've got to make it back out in time for the LCQ. And it was just having to work together with one other person to get the sled back together. Whereas the other riders get to rely on a team of people to fix and stuff, we're putting in the work ourselves.
No, this sport is something that I've really grown to extremely love over time. There's been lots of ups and downs, but I mean, you can't beat the emotions of getting a good hole shot or watching someone improve week after week after week. It's, you know, there's no better feeling in the world. You know, the past 3 years with Brian there's been, you know, you've been to the top of the mountain and you've been to the bottom of the valley, going from winning sport races to not even making sport finals and asking yourself, why are we even doing this? But then take a step back and look yourself in the mirror and you go, well, I love this sport, I love racing, and we're gonna pick ourselves off the ground and we're gonna go back up and we're gonna try to get to the top again. You know, like my goal throughout a season is to have no failures, but you know, there's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of moving pieces, and things fail. Like we had a regional event in Winter, Wisconsin this year. We were pulling every hole shot. He was riding good. I mean, this was the last final of the day. Brian pulled the hole shot, and we had a random secondary bolt fall out, and I've never had that ever happen. And you know, I just gutted just because our luck over the past 3 years have been, you know, downright terrible, I would say. Just random parts breaking, random things, you know, just going wrong. Sleds take a pretty big beating, so, you know, you always have your random problems, but just little dumb things like that when you're on a good emotional high because you're doing well, you're winning, and then just to have something fall out like that and take out a lot of parts and pieces, and it really hurts you, you know, deep down inside, because it just, you know, these sleds, I'm the only one who really touches them, and if something breaks or something falls out, that's on me.
gratitude all week long. Like this is what gets me through the mundane like work life. The other cool thing for us is if we have a bad weekend, you wait 5 days and then you're back up and you get to try it again. To start the season, we had a couple of bad nationals. It's tough. Like if we were to just focus on the national races, it's really easy to like just get discouraged. You know, if you have one bad weekend, you're going into the next one, it's hard to like keep your confidence up, and you need that in this sport. For us, to be able to rely on the regionals to help kind of boost that confidence and get more seat time, like for me, that's huge. There's a couple of big regional races that we've done the last couple of years that I've been really fortunate to have some success at. And you win those, or you get good, consistent finishes there, and then you go into a national, it's like your confidence is super high. And in this sport, confidence is huge. If you don't have confidence, you come into the weekend, you're not even going to stand a chance.